Hello, this is Film Nerd Talks Films, and I love films. And on this review, I'm going to be talking about Unfriended. Now, this is a film I want to talk about very briefly. This isn't going to be a particularly long review because, if I'm being honest, there's not much to talk about with this film. There really isn't. We're talking like the bare minimal for like we're talking the bare minimal for content here. So we're talking no cinematography because it's all filmed over Skype and on someone's laptop. No soundtrack at all because there's no cinematography in order to complement a soundtrack, and no and if there was, that would just be just sort of it would feel out of place because it's just boring shot of a laptop screen. You know, don't really don't really. I can imagine some heavy like horror, intense percussions would just sound odd over it, and yeah, no real sound design other than, well, you can't really count the bleeps and bloops of Facebook and the ringing of Skype because those are already existing sounds. So what we have is bare bones, minimalistic, and I like minimalistic things. But Unfriended doesn't quite do minimalism right. We're basically stuck with a bunch of shallow, disgusting individuals. Like, you can barely call them characters, to be honest. They are written to be despised. They are written to die. And I think the film's designed around the premise that, yeah, we're gonna enjoy watching them die due to what they did to the girl who they're being haunted by. Probably should have explained a bit about the premise of the film. Basically, bunch of douchebag, horrible people being tormented and tortured by a ghost online, a ghost of a girl they all humiliated and told to kill herself. Essentially, I mean, once again, even plot, there is not much of a plot in this film either. Because I find with these sort of things, if we're talking just simply a laptop screen, so I'm just going to point it to so if we're talking this, I presume that pointed to my laptop screen. If we're talking just this, and that's the only shot we have, then I don't. Then you need to work on the internal things such as, I don't know, past events, characters, character relatability, character reachability, character journeys, perhaps, and you have to. I would like to see that through a minimalistic, only words spoken kind of format. That'd be very interesting. But we don't get that in this film. Because and here's the issue. It's so minimalistic that the writers and directors think, oh no, just a bunch of shallow teenagers. We're not really gonna try. Not really. We're not even gonna try and make these guys relatable or reachable, understandable, sympathetic. No, nothing like that. No real character journeys had. Because honestly, I think for a Skype call, you could actually go on an interesting self-character journey. You could really explore that. You could, because it's a conversation piece. You can really learn a lot of things about yourself for a conversation piece. But alas, they don't attempt. So what we're left with really is humorous deaths, a slightly creepy atmosphere, but that was just from me personally because I'm not. I don't like jump scares. I hate that initial like bouncing feeling in the chest as soon as something happens. So but that's basically all it came down to, really. Humorous deaths, uh, yeah, humorous deaths, a slight atmosphere, a few jump scares, a bunch of. It is funny to see them all like at each other's throats, trying to as the events of the film unfold. But yeah, all in all, I found it actually really funny and enjoyable. It's enjoyable garbage, but that I would probably watch again, but not in any kind of hurry because part of me, I don't know, there's just part of me thinking, with this minimalistic concept, you could do something genuinely interesting from a character standpoint, like through verbal conversation. Who knows what a bunch of people could discover about themselves? Hell, what the horrible thing they did to this girl, they could have built the narrative around that. Maybe had it so the girl was out to kill them, but it was a test to see if maybe, I don't know, they could discover something about them themselves. Like if they can survive this whole experience, maybe they'll become a better person. Something socially interesting. But no, I mean, and I don't even know why I'm going into such detail about it, because yeah, the film doesn't want to, and it's just crappy for it. Really, it's crappy because yeah, this is just bare minimal. We're a film, just it's not like conversation over webcam could actually make for an interesting premise of a film. It's basically a conversation piece, is what it is. And conversation pieces by themselves are very minimalistic, but interesting. They don't have to be boring and shallow like this film is. But alas, enjoyable garbage. I would give Unfriended 2 stars. It's not quite enjoyable enough for free, but I give it 2 stars, and I would recommend it because it is pretty fucking funny. And yeah, that's about all I have to say on Unfriended. I will post this review in quick succession along with my review for The Grey. Probably on my Facebook page because I still can't edit my videos. So I figured I may as well get these little vlogs on as many platforms as I can. I'm going to start a Twitter soon as well, so if anyone's interested. In any case, until next time, this is Film Nerd Talks Films, signing out, and I will see you on my next review. Goodbye.